Chapter 1: A Vision of Celebration. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, the Miller family was known far and wide for their warmth and love. Their cozy farmhouse, painted a cheerful shade of yellow, stood at the edge of the village, surrounded by lush fields that shimmered in the sunlight. Jack, a hard-working farmer with hands calloused from years of toil, had a heart as big as the sky above him. His wife, Anna, was a devoted school teacher, nurturing the minds and spirits of the village's children with her gentle spirit and boundless patience. Together, they cherished their two children, Lily and Ben, who were the very embodiment of their parents' love. Life in the village was simple, yet the Millers found joy in every shared moment: a family breakfast of freshly baked bread and warm milk, evenings spent playing games by the fireplace, and countless adventures exploring the nearby woods. Their home radiated happiness, a safe haven where laughter danced in the air and love wrapped around them like a warm blanket. One crisp autumn morning, as the leaves began to turn golden and the air filled with the sweet scent of ripe apples, Jack returned home from the fields with an exciting announcement. He strode into the house, his cheeks flushed from the chill and a broad smile stretching across his face. "This year we should host a harvest festival," he declared, his eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. Anna looked up from the kitchen, where she was preparing a pot of warm apple cider. The idea of bringing the community together lit up her face. "What a wonderful idea!" she exclaimed, her heart swelling with joy. "We can invite everyone, the families from the village, the school children, even the elders. It will be a day filled with love, laughter, and togetherness." With that, the Millers sprang into action. The prospect of hosting a harvest festival ignited a flame of excitement within them. They gathered in the backyard, envisioning how they would transform their home into a festive wonderland. Jack took charge, brainstorming ideas for games and activities. "We can have sack races, a pie-eating contest, and even a talent show," he said, his voice rising with enthusiasm. Lily and Ben, brimming with energy, jumped in with their own suggestions. "Let's have a pumpkin carving station," Lily suggested, her eyes sparkling. "And we could have a bonfire in the evening where everyone can gather and share stories," Ben added, his face flushed with excitement. As the family worked together, their laughter echoed through the yard, creating a melody of joy that enveloped them. They rummaged through the shed, pulling out colorful decorations that had been tucked away for years: strings of twinkling lights, colorful bunting, and lanterns that would glow softly as night fell. They spent the day painting signs that would welcome villagers, each stroke of the brush filled with love and hope. In the days that followed, the excitement of the festival grew like the autumn harvest. The family worked tirelessly, each member contributing their unique talents. Anna took charge of the food, planning a delightful menu that would showcase the bounty of their farm. She envisioned tables laden with roasted vegetables, fresh bread, and sweet desserts. "We must make the biggest apple pie the village has ever seen," she exclaimed, her eyes twinkling at the thought of bringing joy to everyone's taste buds. Meanwhile, Jack and the children worked together to set up a makeshift stage for the talent show, gathering hay bales for seating and creating a backdrop of vibrant fall colors. They spent evenings rehearsing skits and songs, their voices ringing out under the stars as they practiced for the grand event. The excitement of creating something beautiful together filled their hearts, a strong sense of purpose binding them as they prepared for the festival. As the day of the festival approached, the village buzzed with anticipation. News of the harvest festival spread like wildfire, igniting a sense of unity among the villagers. Jack and Anna took it upon themselves to visit their neighbors, personally inviting them to join in the celebration. They strolled through the village, their hearts swelling with love as they connected with everyone they met. Each invitation was met with smiles and enthusiasm, as villagers expressed their eagerness to participate. "Can you believe it? A festival at the miller's," exclaimed Mrs. Thompson, the village baker, as she wiped her hands on her apron. "I'll bring my famous berry tarts." "I'll bring the cider," called out Mr. Harris, the village blacksmith, his deep voice booming with excitement. With each visit, the warmth of their enthusiasm spread, weaving a tapestry of connection among the villagers. As the days passed, the millers could feel the power of togetherness growing stronger with each passing day. Families began to share in the preparations, bringing their own contributions to the festival, homemade jams, freshly baked goods, and vibrant flowers to decorate the tables. The night before the festival, the millers gathered in their cozy living room, excitement buzzing in the air. They shared stories of past harvests and laughter filled the space as they reminisced about their own childhood memories. "Do you remember the last harvest festival?" Jack asked, leaning back in his chair with a smile. "We all danced under the stars and shared our dreams for the future." Lily and Ben nodded, their faces aglow with the warmth of nostalgia. "I can't wait to create new memories tomorrow," Lily said, bouncing in her seat. As the family settled into bed that night, their hearts were filled with anticipation. They drifted off to sleep dreaming of the festivities to come, eager to share their love with the entire village. They felt a deep sense of fulfillment knowing that their home would soon be filled with laughter, joy, and connection, a true celebration of life. And so, with the dawn of the festival day on the horizon, the millers awoke to the golden sunlight streaming through their windows, casting a warm glow on their hearts. The vision of celebration was about to become a reality, and they were ready to embrace the magic of togetherness that awaited them. Chapter 2: The Night of Celebration. The day of the harvest festival finally arrived, and the sun shone brightly, casting a warm glow over the festivities. It was as if nature itself was celebrating alongside the villagers, the sky a brilliant blue, and the gentle breeze carrying the sweet scent of autumn. The miller's home was transformed into a vibrant hub of activity, bursting with laughter, music, and the delicious aromas wafting from the kitchen. As villagers gathered at the miller's home, they were greeted by the tantalizing scent of freshly baked apple pies, roasted corn, and warm bread. Jack and Anna had worked tirelessly to create a feast that reflected the bounty of the land and the love they had for their community. The long wooden tables were adorned with cheerful checkered tablecloths, and each place setting was carefully arranged with handmade decorations created by Lily and Ben. Children dashed around the yard, their laughter ringing through the air like music. They played games that Jack and Anna had organized, such as sack races, tug-of-war, and a spirited game of bobbing for apples. The thrill of competition sparked joyous shouts as children cheered each other on, their faces aglow with delight. In one corner, a group of little ones squealed with laughter as they fell into each other, wrapped in colorful burlap sacks during the sack race, their innocent joy infectious. Meanwhile, adults gathered in small groups, sharing stories and reminiscing about past harvests. Friends caught up on life, their conversations filled with warmth and familiarity. The aroma of roasted corn filled the air as Jack tended to the grill, carefully ensuring that each ear of corn was perfectly charred. The joy of togetherness wrapped around them, knitting the community closer with every shared smile and hearty laugh. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange, a hush fell over the gathering. Jack stepped forward, raising his glass high above his head. The flickering glow of lanterns illuminated his face, revealing the sincerity in his eyes. "Tonight, we celebrate not just our harvest, but the love that binds us as a community," he proclaimed, his voice carrying the weight of genuine affection. "Together, we have sown the seeds of friendship, and tonight, we reap the rewards of our shared labor." Cheers erupted from the crowd, a chorus of voices filled with joy and gratitude for the connections they shared. Glasses clinked together in a symphony of celebration, and smiles widened as the villagers raised their drinks to toast not only the fruits of their labor but also the enduring spirit of unity that enveloped them. Amidst the laughter, Anna took a moment to reflect on the evening's magic. She moved to the side, finding a quiet spot under a large oak tree, its branches gently swaying in the breeze. As she watched the festivities unfold before her, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She had always believed that true happiness lay in the bonds of love and community, and tonight was a testament to that belief. The laughter of her children rang in her ears, and her heart swelled as she saw Lily and Ben, their faces alight with excitement, playing with their friends. "We are so blessed to have each other and this wonderful community," she whispered to herself, feeling the warmth of connection envelop her. It was moments like this that made all the hard work worthwhile. The love that surrounded her was tangible, a comforting presence that made every challenge seem insignificant. As the sky turned darker and stars began to twinkle overhead, a local musician named Thomas, known for his soulful guitar melodies, began to strum a gentle tune. The soft sound of his guitar wove through the air, inviting everyone to dance. Anna felt the pull of the music, and she was not alone. One by one, families began to rise from their seats, drawn to the rhythm that echoed through the night. Lily and Ben, their faces flushed with excitement, rushed to join their parents on the dance floor. They twirled and spun, laughter spilling from their lips as they moved in harmony with the music. Soon, couples joined in, swaying gently under the stars, their movements filled with joy and freedom. The night was alive with energy, a beautiful tapestry of people celebrating life together. Anna took Jack's hand, and together they moved into the throng of dancing bodies. As they danced, the world around them faded away, leaving only the music and the warmth of each other's presence. The worries of the week slipped from their shoulders like the autumn leaves falling from the trees. They lost themselves in the moment, wrapped in the warmth of each other and the love of their friends and neighbors. Laughter erupted around them as children attempted to mimic the adults' dance moves, their joy infectious. The dance floor became a sea of smiles and twirling skirts, while the older villagers joined in, their movements slower yet filled with the same joy. The atmosphere was electric, a shared happiness that flowed through the crowd like an unbreakable thread binding them together. As the night wore on, the festival took on a magical quality. Lanterns flickered softly, casting a warm glow over the gathering. The laughter and chatter echoed through the night, creating a symphony of joy that enveloped everyone present. The children ran back and forth, their laughter rising above the music, while the elders shared stories of their own harvest celebrations from years gone by. At one point, the festival paused for a surprise pie-eating contest, where villagers competed to see who could devour a slice of Anna's famous apple pie the fastest. Cheers erupted, and the atmosphere was filled with light-hearted competition. Ben eagerly volunteered to participate, his determination evident on his face as he took his place at the table. As the whistle blew, everyone watched with bated breath. Ben dove into the pie with enthusiasm, his face smeared with sweet filling as laughter erupted from the crowd. The sight of his uncontainable joy was a reminder of the simple pleasures in life, and everyone shared in the laughter, reveling in the spirit of community. After the contest, Anna took the opportunity to call everyone together for a group photo. "Let's capture this moment," she exclaimed, her heart swelling with pride as she watched everyone come together. The villagers gathered closely, arms wrapped around each other, their smiles radiant as they posed for the picture. It was a moment of togetherness that would be cherished for years to come. As the evening unfolded, families began to gather around the bonfire that had been prepared, its flames dancing and crackling in the cool night air. The glow of the fire illuminated the faces of those sitting nearby, their eyes reflecting the warmth of the flames. Stories were exchanged, laughter resonated, and for that night, every worry was cast aside. Sitting beside the fire, Anna watched as her children snuggled close, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames. They were the heart of the celebration, embodying the love that had brought everyone together. She exchanged a knowing glance with Jack, who smiled back at her, pride and love evident in his eyes. They had created something beautiful together, a night filled with joy and connection that would resonate in their hearts long after the last ember had faded. As the stars sparkled above, the festival reached its peak. Families began to dance around the bonfire, their laughter mingling with the crackling of the flames. The village was alive with energy, a tapestry of love woven together through shared moments and joyous connections. It was a night to remember, a celebration of life that would be etched in their memories forever. As the festivities continued, Anna felt a wave of gratitude wash over her. She marveled at the strength of their community, the love that enveloped them, and the power of togetherness. In that moment, all worries faded away, and the village embraced the magic of the night, forging memories that would last a lifetime. The night of celebration was a testament to the bonds of love and friendship that held them all together. It was a reminder that life was not just about the harvest or the food, but about the connections forged in moments of laughter, joy, and togetherness. The Millers had created something truly special, a night that echoed the love they felt for their community, a love that would continue to grow and flourish for years to come. Chapter 3: A Lasting Legacy. As the festival drew to a close, a sense of warmth and satisfaction enveloped the Millers' backyard. The flickering lanterns cast a soft glow, illuminating the smiling faces of villagers who had come together to celebrate not just the harvest, but the profound connections they shared. Jack looked around, his heart swelling with pride as he took in the sight of their close-knit community, bonded by laughter and love. Feeling the energy still buzzing in the air, Jack stood up once more, raising his glass to gather everyone's attention. "As we near the end of this wonderful evening, I'd like to invite each of you to share your wishes and dreams for the future," he said, his voice resonating with sincerity. "Let's take this moment to express our hopes and aspirations as we move forward together." The atmosphere shifted, turning reflective as villagers began to share their dreams. One by one, they stood and spoke, their voices echoing with conviction. Mary, the village baker, expressed her hope for a new bakery that would bring more sweetness into their lives. Tom, a local teacher, wished for better resources for the children of the village, so they could have a brighter future. Each wish brought forth a wave of encouragement, and the collective spirit of hope filled the air, creating a palpable sense of unity. Jack and Anna exchanged glances, their hearts swelling as they listened to the dreams voiced by their friends and neighbors. It was clear that this gathering had sparked something profound, a reminder of the strength found in community and the power of shared aspirations. The atmosphere buzzed with enthusiasm, and the Millers felt an overwhelming sense of love surrounding them. Finally, it was Ben's turn. He stood up, his small frame shaking slightly with excitement. He had been inspired by the words of the adults, and he took a deep breath before speaking. "I wish for all of us to always remember this night. To cherish our families and friends, and to support each other no matter what," he declared, his eyes shining with sincerity. The crowd fell silent for a moment, taken aback by the depth of his words, before erupting into applause, deeply moved by his heartfelt expression. In that moment, Ben's innocent wish echoed the sentiment of everyone present, highlighting the essence of what the festival had represented. The villagers felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing they were all part of something greater, a community that thrived on love, support, and togetherness. The Millers beamed with pride, knowing they had fostered this spirit of unity. As the villagers began to depart, they exchanged warm hugs and heartfelt goodbyes, their faces glowing with joy. Promises to meet again soon were made, the air filled with gratitude and the promise of continued connection. Jack and Anna watched as the last of their friends walked away, their hearts full. They turned to their children, who were still buzzing with excitement from the evening's festivities. "We did it, didn't we?" Anna said softly, her voice thick with emotion. Jack nodded, pulling her close. "Yes, we created something truly special tonight. We didn't just celebrate our harvest, we celebrated each other. We reminded everyone of the power of community." In the following years, the Harvest Festival became an annual tradition, eagerly anticipated by villagers far and wide. Each year, the Millers opened their home, welcoming neighbors and friends to partake in the celebration of life and love. The festival grew, evolving into a beloved event that included more games, more laughter, and an abundance of shared meals. Children who had played in the yard grew up, bringing their own children to join in the festivities, ensuring that the legacy of togetherness continued. The Millers had sparked something beautiful, a movement of unity that resonated throughout the village. Each festival served as a reminder that happiness lies in the simple act of coming together, celebrating life, and cherishing one another. Jack and Anna found joy in nurturing this spirit, understanding that it was more than just an event, it was a way of life. As the years went by, the festival transformed into a symbol of hope and resilience. The village came to realize that their strength lay not in material wealth, but in the bonds they forged with one another. They learned to navigate challenges together, celebrating not just the harvest, but also life's milestones, weddings, births, and even the support offered during tough times. The Miller family became synonymous with this spirit of togetherness, their home a sanctuary of love and warmth. They welcomed newcomers to the village, introducing them to the traditions that had grown over the years. New families learned from the Millers, understanding the importance of community, and soon, their own dreams and wishes were woven into the fabric of the festival. Anna, with her nurturing spirit, began a community garden where villagers could come together to plant and harvest vegetables, reinforcing the bonds between families. Jack organized workshops on sustainable farming practices, sharing his knowledge with others and encouraging them to cultivate their own patches of land. The entire village became involved, and the community garden blossomed into a beautiful space filled with laughter, learning, and collaboration. As time passed, Ben and Lily grew older, each becoming pillars of the community in their own right. Inspired by their parents, they carried the lessons of love, support, and togetherness into their adult lives. They volunteered their time at local charities, organized events for the village, and continued to uphold the legacy of the Harvest Festival, ensuring that its spirit lived on. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden light over the village, the millers stood together, watching families gather for the festival once more. Jack turned to Anna, his heart swelling with pride. "Look at what we've created," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "This is a legacy of love." Anna nodded, tears of joy brimming in her eyes. "It's a testament to the power of community, Jack. We've shown them that the greatest gift is the connections we make and the love we share." The festival that night was a culmination of years of hard work, love, and dedication. The air was filled with the sound of laughter, the smell of delicious food, and the warmth of cherished friendships. As they prepared for the festivities, Anna took a moment to reflect on the journey they had embarked upon together. "Let's never forget the importance of our dreams," she said to Jack, her voice steady and full of resolve. "We must continue to inspire others, to share their wishes, and support one another." As the night wore on, families gathered under the stars, sharing stories, dancing, and celebrating life's simple pleasures. The millers joined in, dancing to the music and reveling in the joy that surrounded them. Ben and Lily spun around, their laughter ringing through the night, a melody of happiness that echoed the sentiments of every person present. As the evening reached its peak, Jack stepped forward once again, inviting everyone to share their wishes. Villagers stood in turn, expressing hopes for the future, aspirations for their families, and dreams of a world filled with love. Each wish was met with applause, an affirmation of the unity they had created. As the final wish was shared, the atmosphere shifted, becoming almost magical. It was as if the very essence of their community was infused into the air, swirling around them like a warm embrace. In that moment, they realized that they were part of something larger, a tapestry of lives intertwined through love, support, and shared dreams. As the festival came to a close, villagers began to depart, exchanging heartfelt goodbyes. The millers stood together, watching their friends leave, hearts brimming with gratitude. They had created not just a celebration but a lasting legacy, a reminder that the true gift of life is found in the moments shared, the connections forged, and the love that binds them together. Years later, when the millers looked back on that magical night, they understood that the Harvest Festival was more than an event. It was a promise to cherish one another, to support each other in times of need, and to celebrate the beauty of life together. Their story resonated throughout the village, teaching generations that happiness lies not in material possessions, but in the relationships built on love, compassion, and unity. And so, the Miller family continued to weave joy and love into the fabric of their lives, inspiring others to do the same. The legacy of the Harvest Festival would live on, a beacon of hope and connection that would shine brightly in the hearts of all who participated. It became a tradition passed down through generations, reminding everyone that, no matter the challenges faced, together they could create a beautiful life filled with love and laughter.